This meeting is called Satsang. So some of you know what that means, but for those of us who this is their first time, it's important to understand what the meaning of this word is. So it's a Sanskrit word. Sat means the truth. Sang means Sangha, means association with. And so we're here to associate with the truth. This is a big call. The truth. It's a big word. What is the truth? And this is what we're going to explore. And so I'm not here to tell you what the truth is. In fact, we're here to discover if the truth is ever not here, right where you are. And maybe it's been overlooked a little bit. And so all I'm here to do is really to point and maybe push a little bit. But the direction of the pointing for the truth is always inwards. One of the best ways that I've heard this described is the truth is what doesn't come and go. Today I'm happy, but yesterday I was sad. And so, can you say that the sadness yesterday was the truth? You can say maybe at that time it was the truth. But is it absolute truth? It's obvious. So to me, this is not esoteric. This is not actually about something mystical. I'm here to talk about something that I consider to be extremely logical. And if you think back to 2 weeks ago on a Wednesday afternoon, how many thoughts did you have that day? How many feelings did you have that day? And where are they now? And this is fundamental, just to get that, just to really, for that to click, that at any one moment we're feeling something in particular, we're thinking something in particular, it's a subjective interpretation of what's going on right now. And this feeling or thought will be gone at some stage, guaranteed. And so when I speak about the truth, what I'm really speaking about is what doesn't come and go. And most of us we don't know what doesn't come and go. Because our consciousness is on the fleeting. Our consciousness is on our own thinking mind. What's important to us is what we're thinking and feeling in this moment. And that's what makes this meeting a little different to your normal meetings. Because for this meeting, you can throw out everything you're thinking, everything you're feeling, in order to discover something that's always here. And again, what we're discovering is not something mystical. It can get a little mystical if you really fall into it. But first we have to be logical. And so there are many names for what doesn't come and go. But none of the names make it, because names come and go. And so at any moment you can check and see what's the truth of the situation right now. And so you can allow a thought to arise, any thought, and you can let the thought disappear back into something. And where is it that that thought disappears back into? And so this is not you can't go into a thought to find the answer to that. This is a looking. It requires you to put your attention inwards and find out what is here prior to a thought arising, what is here even while the thought is here, and what is here when the thought disappears. People call it consciousness. No one can deny that at this moment that you're not conscious. You cannot deny that you're conscious. Can I get some agreement on that? Consciousness is what I'm pointing to that is overlooked a little bit. It's so close to our own nose, it's closer than our own nose, that we miss it. But if you just look around, there's some capacity to absorb all the five senses, all the information that the five senses are providing you. You can see objects, you can hear the sounds, you can feel, you can taste, you can touch. This capacity to be conscious is itself far more important than the current human consciousness gives it credit. What our attention is what the consciousness is on. So our attention is on objects. Objects come and go. And so in our attachment to objects, in our attachments to relationships, in our attachments to thoughts, in our attachments to desires, in our attachments to past, our consciousness is caught in the mental state. And my invitation is to withdraw your consciousness from objects just for a moment and to keep quiet and to allow your mind to rest in its source. And see what's the result of a rested mind.